Hi everybody, welcome to Neil Reviews It, episode 8. I saw Yesterday today. Sounds weird. Yesterday, it's the Beatles movie. It's the Indian guy. His name is Himesh Patel. First of all, there's like a whole string, I feel like recently, of movies where it's like rock and roll saves the brown guy from Europe, from England. There's like that Bruce Springsteen movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, this movie, Far From Home, I think. It's not rock and roll saving it, but it's like an American, it's superheroes, which is like rock and roll for, comic book readers of a comic. Movie was awesome, super good, super delightful. Cried a few times, but I'm a big softie when it comes to movies. I cry a lot during movies. I cried during Rocketman. It starts. He's a struggling rock and roller guy. He singer songwriter guy is playing like bars and bar mitzvahs, and he's trying to make it, and no one's giving a shit. And there's a 12 sec. They don't explain, and there's no end. It's my only, which is fine, I guess, but it's not really a complaint. It's my only question. So there's like a 12-second blackout across the whole world. For some reason, car lights go out, and the only person affected by this is Himesh. He's hit by a bus. Dude, if the lights in cars went out for 12 seconds, it'd be accidents all over the place. It would be devastating. But this guy, he gets knocked out, he comes to, and people don't know that the Beatles existed, that Oasis existed. There's no such thing as cigarettes or Coca-Cola. Or Harry Potter was the other one. Just like randomly, certain things just didn't exist anymore. So he starts playing Beatles songs and getting at first he's like, oh, it's just me, no one cares about me. Then someone notices him, they want to record him. Then Ed Sheeran wants to take him on tour. Then the label wants to sign him. Then the blah 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 blah. He's the biggest star in the world. He's whatever. Jack Malik is his name in the movie. So he's huge. The whole time, the girl that was right under his nose, why didn't he ever get with her? All this stuff, that's that thing. And he's faced with some decisions, and he picks being a big rock star. And then, in a cool thing, so there's these two people that remember the Beatles, these two other people. And they find him and talk to him, and he's freaked out, he thinks his whole world's gonna crumble, but they're no, we love the Beatles, and the Beatles need to the music needs to get to the world, so you should do that because that's what you can do, and they give him an address, and it's John Lennon now, because in this alternate reality the Beatles don't form, no one murders John Lennon. He's just an old farmer somewhere. So that was cool. And the guy who played John Lennon, it was cool. Yeah, it was a good movie, man. This is a really short review because it was just good. I'm not a Beatles fan. I don't care about their music at all. I mean, the songs are fine. I'm not oh my god, the Beatles. The movie was good because it's it's the dilemma. What if I woke up tomorrow and Louis C.K. never existed? Do I try and do his bits? Did I remember? You know what I mean? I guess, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But I might hit some of those topics. I don't know. Maybe not. Or Bill Burr, maybe is a better example. Nate Bargatze. I don't know, I guess comedy doesn't really... I guess it's not the same. Because, I'm going to tell someone else's jokes. It's not they're the greatest jokes ever written, and now you're going to be the, you know what I mean? Whereas people do regard Beatles as, the greatest songs ever written. So it wouldn't really work out that way, I guess. It's like a different thing. And I guess there's a different moral element too, because I would play other people's songs. Like I would do cover songs. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. But yeah, but this movie brings that up, and that's why it's so cool to me. Like I thought it was so cool. And you know, the love story thing, it was well done, and it was sweet. She really loved him. He really loved her, and it just didn't. Well, I mean, it works out at the end because it always works out at the end. But it was like a weird thing. That's one thing. Is her other love interest, like the guy she ends up with when Jack Malek's like touring the universe. Like when she breaks it off with him, it's like super smooth, and like the other girl in the room ends up being his girlfriend at the end. So it's like, wait, were you talking to her the whole time too? How's that? But that happened. Yeah, it's a great movie. I give it, for story, I give it The Elusive Ceramic Bear. 5 out of 5. And for overall fun, yeah, man. Ceramic Bear is great. I loved it. Yeah, it eclipsed Rocketman so far for best movie of the year, I think. I don't know. I'm not really keeping track, but definitely Ceramic Bear. 5 out of 5. 5s across the board for yesterday. It was great. Alright, yeah, thanks. Like and subscribe, and tell a friend.
You refuse it. What is it? It's the thing.